all this shit is open. It's not a secret. All right. Now, if it was a secret, and then you would have to do some real extensive digging. But they got all of the paperwork. They got all of the paper trail following everybody. They got the wiretaps. They got the emails. They have the phone records. They have the flight logs. They have the children they've rescued, and they've had the gallons and gallons of adrenochrome that they've had set up for market. They got all this stuff as in evidence. It's already in evidence in the tribunals. They got Hague tribunals going on. They got world court tribunals going on all over the world. Every country has issued warrants for what we call the deep state actors that has sought refuge in a country. Now look, they had countries that didn't participate in what they call extradition treaties with other countries. Every single country on this planet is involved, active, and prepared to extract any members of the deep state that run to their country, but they're not participating in a extradition. Everybody want that blood. Everybody want to be the one that publicly execute these motherfuckers to make they people know that we not buying the bullshit no more. It's over with. It's a wrap. It's a done deal. These obey, this motherfucking voodoo conjure, the hoodoo, these sisters doing these rituals at the water. This shit gets, look, motherfuckers think I'm bullshitting. We've been praying for 500 years. The shit didn't work. And in the 500 years we've been praying, there's only one group of us that look like this. They got from out from under the yoke of bondage, slavery, and servitude, and they used something called voodoo. They put us in this church and they told us voodoo was evil, wicked, and we should run from it wherever we see it, and that's the work of the devil. But this the same motherfucker that got their foot on your neck telling you this. So that's the only thing he feared. Now watch, we've been working on this voodoo shit about 18 months now, if that long, if 18 months. It started last year in June. It ain't even 12 months. It started last year in June. June the 22nd is when the conjure really kicked in because I had to break my generational curse on myself first. So once I did that, it was a wrap. You motherfuckers is in trouble now. They didn't let mess around, and I done found out that they scared of voodoo. The only thing they not scared to get blowed up, they'll dive on a grenade, they'll run into a hole, and that they call them foxholes. They used to call them tunnel rats in Vietnam. They run off in the hole, get blowed the fuck. They don't care about none of the dive out of a plane, don't pull a parachute, bungee jump. But if you mention that you're going to do some voodoo, they get to work running, scrambling. So I decided that if these people want to be free as I want them to be free, and if I want my child to have a future and I want their children to have a future like I want my, because I don't want him to be the only child here. He need motherfucking peers. So we got to do something about this shit. So the only position that was open in order to clean all of this shit up from A to Z, the only open position was the conjure position, the voodoo. And I ain't know I was already wired for that shit from a baby. Like, they already blessed me into the voodoo cult. Like, you done already been baptized in this shit. You done been blessed with the oil. Now go out and conjure this motherfucker some liberation. Well, now you finna see the baby, the woman in labor. The baby head is crowning. That's the corona. The baby's head is crowning. It ain't crowning no more. The baby is out the womb. They about to cut the umbilical cord, and we about to have a brand new day. I mean, pay attention. This shit done. This is a done deal. The voodoo conjure did with 500 years of praying and 100 and something years of salat did not do. So I don't want to hear you come. Don't run up to me with no Jesus love you bullshit, because you don't even know who Jesus is. Jesus is ISIS. Ain't no doubt about it. All of the epithets and the references to Jesus is ISIS. They tricked y'all because there's two people in Revelations. One is a man on the ground, they said was God, and one is the Christ. She's gonna come down dressed like a bride, adoring for a groom. So don't look for no man to come surfing out no cloud. If a motherfucker come out of cloud, off a spaceship, any of that shit, that motherfucker gonna have on a dress. And it ain't gonna be no cross dresser. And gonna be the prettiest motherfucker you ever seen in your life. And we got some pretty motherfuckers on this planet. So, I mean, if y'all think for 1 second Jesus is a man, you are still diet woke. You still stuck in the trap. Jesus ain't no man. Jesus the Christ is Isis, just the queen of heaven and earth, the one they call Mary, the rebellious ass woman who wasn't buying this bullshit. That's what all of this is about, and that's why they call her the rebellious woman, or the Mariam, the rebellious female. What they call Iblis, the rebellious one, but it ain't Iblis. It's the Ibis. It's the Ibis bird. It's Thoth. And I done heard a whole bunch of shit. You know, I hear people be talking about they Pleiadians and that all this shit is Thoth did this and Thoth. These motherfuckers is tricking the shit out y'all, because the only motherfucker that ever fought on the half of humanity to his very last fucking breath, because mama said don't worry about if they kill you, because they can't kill you. You gonna come back, and then you're gonna get to do with their ass what they did to you. Just remember that you don't want to be that which you despise the most. So fuck them motherfuckers. So I mama said, hold your peace, and this shit gonna work out. She took care of it. Now, embedded in my post, y'all will actually see a picture of her with the Archon's head in her hand. Kylie got all of their heads around her neck. I mean, it's a whole bunch of motherfuckers that have been called on their bullshit, drug out in the open. She got a string full of motherfuckers' heads around her neck on that patriarchal bullshit. All they had to do was follow the order of order. But because they wanted to follow the order of disorder, it caused chaos. And you thought the chaos was normal order. That shit fucked up. That shit was fucked up. Somebody had to balance this shit out. It was one-sided. It was all masculine. Why you think homosexuality is so rampant? It's all masculine. All that masculine energy, bravado. So what do? Effeminize the males with all that masculine energy going on. Now these motherfuckers ain't got enough sense but to fuck each other, because they don't even understand what's going on in their own physiology. I mean, like, if that's your lane, that's your lane. It just ain't mine. I'm balanced. You know, I don't got no problem with, if that's what you want to do. If you want to go eat a piece of pecker, that's what you do. That's your lane. Don't try to entice me into your shit, because I'm not going to get into that. But what I am going to get into is they wondering where all of the gangsters at, where all these thug niggas at. We ain't participating in dumb shit. When you see the thug niggas and the G's move, and the motherfucking P-Stones and the Vice Lords and the Bloods and the Crips, and when you see them motherfuckers move in order, it's going to be for some real shit. It ain't going to be no smoke and mirrors. We not going to be falling for no dummy shit. They not going to get us with no pandemics. They not going to get us artificially induced shit. You can fool one of them old motherfuckers, but you can't fool this new era. We done seen it all. And all that we didn't see, we done got the information from our elders. We ain't no goddamn fool. They know they wanted to turn the youth against the elders, so we can't learn the lessons of the past, so we be doomed to repeat that shit. No. Y'all picked the wrong ones. Then, these motherfuckers messed around and told me, if you want to hide something from a nigga, put it in a book. Well, first of all, I ain't no nigga, so if you put it in a book, I'm sniffing that shit out like a bloodhound. I'm on that shit. Right? So he said, all of these governors in this country, get your state underground, or your mayors, get your city under wraps. If y'all don't do this shit, I'm sending National Guard in there. And if y'all don't send the National Guard in there to do it, I'm going to send them, because we can't do this shit. We can't do dumb shit. And then he specifically identified the guilty party that everybody in the country that got 2 drops of sense already know behind the bullshit aspect of the protest. Now, that don't mean that we cool with the brother getting killed. It just means that we not going to move on the enemy's terms, because that ensures the enemy a victory. Fuck that motherfucker. He had too many opportunities to us move on his terms. He told us if we want civil rights, we need to march. So what we do, we got out and marched. He told us if we wanted to be able to eat before school, we had to set up our own breakfast program. So the Panthers set up the breakfast programs. Then they hijacked that shit. They said they didn't need no medical treatment in the inner city, so the Panthers brought in doctors and nurses to treat people from ailments in the inner cities. Now they took that shit, then they turned around and said we don't need no youth counseling mentorship programs, and all of these groups put together youth counseling and mentoring programs, and then they infiltrated and turned them into baby raping and kidnapping rings. We cool. We got this shit under control now. You motherfuckers y'all done fuck with the wrong ones now. That we are ancestors, but we ain't like them motherfuckers. Understand that? We are ancestors come back. We them ancient ones return, but we ain't working out that same fucking kick, cause y'all motherfuckers are not this time. There won't be no next time this time. That's what y'all got to understand. Won't be no next time this time. This the last fucking hurrah for them motherfuckers. So they done went all underground, blowing shit up. Y'all been watching the earthquake monitors, and the human resonance has been flipped because these women been doing these rituals at the water. Now we done jumped over the second time bridge in the matter of a week. And basically so the people from the hood, from the middle and the upper class all understand this equally. All of the motherfuckers that had their foot on our neck is officially fucked now. Everybody know what that means. They fucked. They fucked themselves trying to play their shenanigans like we wasn't going to. How long you think we going to fall for the same okie doke? You do the same shit every 5 years. Every time an election come around, it's the same old. So got to get the black vote. We can trick these niggas with this shit, and we can argue this case. We can trick them with that. Ain't no more trickery going on. Trick no good today. You will not fool a wise old African this day. No, it's not going to happen no more. And so my sisters told me that they wanted me to go get their shit back. So I went and got their shit back. Y'all didn't know that they shit was the conjure. It was the secret rituals that they kept in the secret societies to keep these women from using their power when they was cut off from it. But somebody had to get that shit. Now, I'm just a strange kind of motherfucker. I believe that if my sister got her own shit, ain't nobody gonna go in there and take my sister's shit. Because when she called her brother and said, this nigga that took my shit, I'm coming to get it like they owe me money. And I'm heavy in the street game. Anybody that's heavy in the street game know what I'm talking about. When my sister said they got my shit, and I'm the last motherfucker they call. Why do they call me last? Because I might not be as nice as I'm trying my best to be, but I don't really want to be nice. I don't really want to be laid back. I don't really want to be this strategic, rational, and focus on the end game as I am, because I want to get out there and bust some shit up and act a goddamn ass. But that's counterproductive to progress. That's called a regression, backsliding, returning to that which you already left, which served you no significant purpose. In my book, that's called foolish, so I can't use that formula. I got to use a whole nother formula. And all of the ones that look like me, that feel like me, and all of the ones that support those that look and feel like me, we all agree not to do dumb shit. Don't none of us want to participate in if there is no end game, no motherfucker gonna tell me to go tear up nothing. Go tear up something for what? Okay, they killed the black man. But we didn't never say nothing about all of these babies they was kidnapping. We didn't say shit about that. We men, we supposed to go to war. We supposed to get fucking killed. That's why we come back to this bitch, to get killed again to defend these sisters and these babies. And here we got the sisters on the front line. The white girls, the Mexican girls, they all up front. And then all of the males is behind them. But y'all ain't paying attention to the pictures. Y'all not paying attention to the pictures, to the video footage. They showing you in real time. All this is playing out in real time, in your face, not behind your back, but you still can't see it. All of the women is taking and now When the women take that front, the men on the other side, the opposition, they fucked up because they not ready for that. They not prepared psychologically for a feminine army to stand up and say, you ain't killing my sons no more. You not killing my brothers no more. You not killing my boyfriend, my husband. You not killing my nephews no more. And when that happened, guess who the only motherfucker can stop the wars? Women. All they gotta do is to tell their kids we don't participate in that dumb shit. And it's over with. Calling my kids home. We ain't playing in the motherfucking streets with no in the dark and don't know cars got headlights. You know, no, we don't work like that. So, what does it mean when you put Antifa on notice? He told them that he will not be tolerating this bullshit on his watch. He ain't supposed to. Whether you like him or whether you don't like him, if he's going to hold the position, he has to control the nation. He has to maintain order in order to maintain control. And the only reason he needs to maintain control so that we can remain balanced. We did a lot of fucking work. It ain't just me. It's a lot of us. We got a lot of political prisoners that us acting an idiot ain't gonna help none. That's why all of the G's and the vice lord, the gangbanging thug niggas ain't really heavy off into this shit like y'all want them to be, because we got a bigger thing. They trying to interrupt the peace treaty. They are trying to interrupt the biggest peace treaty in the history of the world. They trying to stop that shit because once that shit, it's already sealed. Right? So now, what's next? What's next? Y'all watching it in real time. He just told y'all he bringing in the National Guard. And I told y'all a week ago what to look for. I told y'all 3 months ago that it wasn't going to be no black folks fighting this shit at the end because white folks sick of this white racist bullshit too. They be telling me all the time, asking me for solutions, and I tell them, hold them motherfuckers to their words. Put their ass on blast. You know? When you Caucasian and you around nothing but Caucasians, that racist motherfucker gonna say some racist ass shit. Bitch check his ass. No, bitch check his. That's how we do the Sambos when they said some sellout ass shit. When they start talking that, oh, he a good master. Good master. We don't want to take master. Fuck master and fuck you too, nigga. That's how we talk to him when ain't nobody else around. So when you see one of them motherfuckers that look like you calling them, I hate the niggers, well, motherfucker, then you hate yourself, because that's where the fuck you think you came from. You just spawned from the ground. Neanderthals wasn't white. Cro-Magnons wasn't white. Where the fuck you come from? That's what all you got to tell him. Where the fuck you think you come from? Go study the bell curve. Find out where all the genetics trace back. Study mitochondrial Eve. Primordial atom. They did a whole motherfucking write-up about it in National Geographic. So if you think you genetically superior, you's a goddamn fool. The DNA don't lie. All you gotta do is pull out a DNA chart, a genetics chart, dominant recessive gene chart. Pull that shit out and you'll find out who the dominant gene, who the recessive gene. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Shit, I like Levi's. They're my genes. But for the most part, when it comes to the right of the earth rights, my sisters get their shit back first. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. Once they get their shit back and they take care of themselves, they just can hard enough to take care of everybody else on this motherfucker. They ain't like them stingy, greedy motherfucking warmongers that was in power before. They not like that. Matriarchal system is about balance. It ain't about I'm going to dominate you, I'm going to oppress you, I'm going to hold you back and hold you down. You motherfuckers don't even know what freedom is. Wake up. Don't fall for this shit. So now, what we do? I don't know what y'all going to do. I can't tell y'all what to do because everybody's supposed to be thinking for themselves at this point. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to sit back and watch this shit play out in the media until the mainstream jump on these gates. When the mainstream get on these